A Tesla buyer says he got $12,000 discounts after asking for a reduction on his order following big price cuts. The order that he placed last July for a Model Y was reduced to $60,440. So a Tesla buyer who has yet to take delivery of his car says the cost of his order was reduced by about $12,000 after he complained about missing out on big price cuts, Insider reported this morning. So looks like these complaints little worked. So the man, whose identity is known to Insider but asked not to be named over privacy concerns, ordered his Tesla Model Y last July at a cost of $72,440. After Tesla announced significant price cuts earlier this month, he told Insider he contacted Tesla by online chat to ask for a reduction to his order. I mean, the order hasn't been delivered yet. A representative told him that would not be possible. However, the next day, the buyer was informed by email that the cost would now be $60,440. Insider has viewed a screenshot of the email. So I will have the link of Insider in the description of this video. Some Tesla owners have taken to Reddit to voice their disappointment about missing out on the price cuts by Elon Musk's electric car market. I mean, imagine if the car is not made and Tesla says we have learned to make the cars cheaper, why not give the discount? So one man who paid $72,000 for his Model Y in November said the reduction had left him crying in a fetal position. Another, who said they got their Tesla in mid-December, joked about the sound of $10,000 evaporating from their wallet. Marianne Simmons, who paid more than $77,000 in September for a Model Y, told Bloomberg, quote, "I feel like I got duped. I feel like I got taken advantage of as a consumer," end of the quote. I don't know what to say, friends. I really don't know. I would like to hear your thoughts. So on January 13, Tesla announced reductions for the Model Y sedan and Model Y SUV in the United States of between 6 to 23%, according to calculations by Reuters. Tesla had already reduced prices by about 40% in Asia, which led some owners to protest outside delivery centers and showrooms after missing out on the cuts. The price cuts contrast Tesla's approach in 2022, when it raised prices several times amid supply chain disruptions, despite concerns about the broader economy. Discounts of $7,500 were offered late last year on the Model Y, Model 3, and Model Y, however. Now, you see, when other car makers make price cuts and price hikes, right? How does that work in other car makers? How come people are not interested in them? So Wedbush analyst Dan Ives said in a note on January 4 that Tesla faced a fork in the road in 2023 due to rising competition and lower demand. Insider actually tried to contact Tesla, but at the time of this report, Tesla had not yet responded Insider's request for details. Okay, let's see what else is happening around Tesla. Tesla makes more money from every car it sells than any of its global competitors. Did you know that? This fact is now being used as a great competitive advantage, allowing the manufacturer to capture more market share. So according to Tesmanian, a Reuters analysis of industry data showed that Tesla was well ahead of most major competitors in terms of profit per vehicle. Tesmanian, which reported this news, has not shared the link to Reuters for reference, but this news is being widely covered in the media. Previously, the company was one of the biggest losses in the automotive industry, but a series of strong actions in the right direction has changed the situation dramatically. According to the analysis, Tesla earned $15,653 in gross profit per vehicle in Q3 2022, which is the highest of any car manufacturer. This is more than double of Volkswagen, 4 times that of Toyota Motor Corporation, and 5 times that of Ford Motor. So Tesla is effectively crushing the competition. Now you see how Tesla is able to make those price cuts now? For much of last year, Tesla, like other manufacturers, went through several rounds of price hikes, as I said a little bit ago, of its vehicles. A shortage of semiconductors and other materials has led to a decline in production in the automotive industry, allowing companies across the industry to focus on higher margin models and earn higher profits even as sales have fallen. Tesla did not waste time and always invested a lot in research and development, which allowed it to create new technologies that reduce the cost of production at all stages. In addition, the manufacturer also actually always strives to localize its supply chain, which allows significant savings. I think in China, Tesla has already achieved, like for example, 95% of localization of supply chain. Tesla also standardized car designs to increase economies of scale. The company is now effectively using its manufacturing cost advantage to finance price cuts, challenging the profit over volume strategies that automakers have been using since the 2008 financial crisis. While the media, some analysts and stakeholders are trying to point out that Tesla's aggressive price cuts are directed at other electric vehicle manufacturers, this is not true. Other electric vehicles have never been what Tesla is fighting against. Moreover, the company offers open access to its patents to absolutely everyone, subject to fair use. Tesla's only goal has always been and remains to combat cars with internal combustion engines and transform our driving experience. That is why the company is changing its strategy now, which will allow electric vehicles to capture even more market share and encourage other manufacturers to actively change their business models and invest in the development of high quality and desirable electric vehicles. So let me know your thoughts on this, friends. But there is something else that I want to report about Tesla vehicles and their safety, because when you're looking to buy a Tesla, most people are concerned about the safety. Apparently it's a really safe vehicle. Now, when Tesla Cybertruck is released, it will supposedly have the possibility to be 10,000 times safer than a human driver with FSD and hardware 4. I will let you know why 10,000 times, and I also want to say, like, how do you calculate this? So when Tesla held its AI Day in 2021, Elon Musk mentioned that the Tesla Cybertruck would be the first vehicle to receive hardware 4, Tesla's latest and greatest hardware configuration of its cameras and FSD driving system. This was about 14 months ago. Now, hardware 4 will be built by Samsung. Samsung is known to build great technology, and now it's going to build Tesla's hardware 4. While running FSD on Cybertruck, it is reported that it will be 1,000 times safer than a human driver. I should have said 1,000 times, not 10,000 times a little bit ago. So Tesla reportedly placed a huge order for its next generation of computer chips from Taiwan chip manufacturer TSMC. One of the questions about hardware 4 is if it will be vision only. Elon Musk has stated that full self-driving will only need vision to run. However, there are reports that radar is also making a comeback to Tesla. I would not be surprised to see radar introduced back in with the Cybertruck. If you have an opinion about full vision versus radar, please let me know in the comment section below. So Tesla's hardware 4 will also supposedly have only 2 front-facing cameras with a fan edit and adds B-pillar cameras with a new opening and an addition of a heating element. Tesla needs to add something that will make the camera lens clear without having to clean it regularly. I think heating element will help here. I get messages in my Model 3 rear-wheel drive a few times a week, says Jeremy Johnson from TorqueNews.com. Now the camera is blocked, likely due to a fogging up the cold weather. So adding these 2 things will help the cameras to be cleaner. This has a chance to be a lot safer than a human driver with the increased resolution and video capture along with high resolution radar. If the cameras can keep clear with the heating device, I don't doubt this system will be much safer than a human. Will it get to 1,000 times safer? I don't know. Time will tell. What do you think about Tesla's hardware 4? Let me know, friends, your thoughts. Will it be 1,000 times safer than a human? How do you calculate? This is Armin Harayan from TorqueNews.com. Please subscribe to this channel for daily Tesla news. Give us thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And let me know your thoughts. We'll continue the discussion in the comment section below. See you soon in our next story.